You're live to no one. All right, I'm just gonna leave this on. This time it's just staying on. 18 people. Oh my god, dude. Total nightmare. What a total joke. I'm just gonna sit here quietly until notifications go out. I'm just not even gonna bother talking. What's the point of talking when nobody's here? Another complain stream? Oh yeah, dude. YouTube can't just let me start a stream. I can't just start a stream. Start a stream and get notifications sent out. Get my audience in here. Nope. Nope. No can do. Sorry. Too much to ask. Too much to ask, dude. Too much to ask to actually get people up in this fucking thing. Oh well. Who cares? What am I drinking? I'm drinking coffee. It's the morning time. I've got a 24-hour show coming up. I'm having a cup of coffee. Coffee in a bowl. Coffee, a bowl, and a vape. There we go. Coffee, a bowl, and a vape. That's the important shit. I don't think it's on purpose. It reeks of incompetence. It just reeks of a flawed system that doesn't work half the time. I don't because like you never know when it's gonna happen. You never know when you're gonna be like fine. Sometimes I'll start, within 2 or 3 minutes, everybody's here. Sometimes it's like this, 3.5 minutes, and it looks like absolutely not a single notification has gone out. 47, 50 people in here now. 3 minutes in, it's less than half of a normal roster for Highdeology. So, 4 minutes, still no audience. So how long are you supposed to wait? Like when you're doing these, how long are you supposed to wait for your audience before you start doing? Like, you know what I mean? Like if this wasn't Highdeology, if this was an actual stream, you know what I mean, where I had topics and shit to do, what am I supposed to do with this? How is this mobile streaming shit useful to me if I'm making content that isn't just, kind of throwaway, doesn't matter what you do type of content like Highdeology? Should I start my stream 10 minutes before it should start and just leave it sitting so people can get in? So that everybody gets to see what I say? Should I restart the stream over and over and over again until it looks like, you know what I mean? There's no like help page for YouTubers for this shit. Just here's a tool that doesn't work half the time. And we're not going to tell you what to do to make it work. We're not going to tell you what's happening. Yeah, should I start So what I'm going to start doing is I'll come out here, I'll start the stream, and then an hour later I'll come back. I'll have about 10% phone battery, and we'll do a Highdeology. That sounds about right. Over and over again. Yeah. Dead air? I mean, like, is that what I'm supposed to do? Since less than half of the people that are typically in here are in here now, should I just... Am I ready? I'm already salty, so I guess so. I mean, I'm about as ready as you can be for something like a 24-hour show. I mean, YouTube would be fine if it just worked. I'd be happy with YouTube if it just worked the way it was supposed to work all the time, or 99% of the time, instead of the other way around. 99% of the time I start a Highdeology and nobody's in it. Here we are 6 minutes in, still no notifications have gone out. 6 minutes. And counting. How long? Maybe I'll be live the whole fucking time. Not a single notification will go out. What is this? Send out the notifications. Get people up in here. Whatever. Is what it is, I guess. Is what it is. Man, that's just a wonderful sound. The scraping and grinding of industry early in the morning. Who cares? Fuck these notifications. Let's just talk about something else. Says there's like 72 of you in here. That's, I don't know, that's a start. Like I said, that's about half of my audience that usually makes it to these on a given day. What are some sounds I'd like to see revisited on Tool's new album? I don't know, man. I mean, I'd like to hear some undertow sound in Tool again. I'd like to hear that more raw kind of, I don't know, undertow slash anima kind of sound. Swamp song type of sounds. Swamp song. Thoughts on Chris Chan? Dude, after watching that new documentary series that's being made about him, I don't even really want to fucking deal with Chris Chan ever. I never wanted him on the show in the first place. You know, people obviously sent us Chris Chan pretty much every day on DP. And every day I'd sift through Chris Chan videos and be like, nope, I don't really want to cover this dude. And after watching the fucking documentary on him, I can see why. Because he's just a mentally handicapped person that's been fucked on for years by the internet. And they lie to him and they tell him things are going on in his life that aren't going on, and they pretend like they're women that are interested in him because they know that that's something that he's obsessed with. And they just fucking exploit him and make him do crazy shit for, you know, like, look, he's responsible for some of that shit. He is an adult and he's not like fully mentally retarded. He's high functioning autistic. But I don't know, dude. Like, I'm not comfortable making fun of somebody with a diminished mental capacity that, like, has shown over and over again that they're highly exploitable on the internet. Like, I'm just not. I'm not interested in that. I don't want to be a part of that. That's ugliness on the internet, and I don't want that, dude. Well, I don't know about high functioning either. But whatever. He's an autistic guy. Highly suggestible dude. Obviously, very much wants normal relationships in front of him like a carrot on a stick. and led him around and made him do just like awful fucking exploitative, horrible, embarrassing things. It's just like at what point does somebody start feeling bad about doing that to him? At what point does somebody that doesn't have a diminished mental capacity start feeling bad about picking on somebody that's basically retarded? Like, I don't know, man. It's just not funny to me. I mean, that's yeah. They made him break his stupid little Sonichu medallion and stuff it up his ass because they lied to him and told him that one of the girls that was dating him wouldn't date him if he didn't do that, or some guy wouldn't let a girl date. You know what I mean? Whatever it was. Like, I'm not saying Chris Chan is blameless in this, and clearly he should have, on his own volition, gotten off of the internet long ago and found something else to fill his life with. But like the people that follow him around and troll him mercilessly and shit, and constantly lie to him and catfish him and shit, they have culpability in all of the ugliness that has happened surrounding him on the internet. And I want to be a part of that. I mean, I don't know, dude. He seems like a person that's been mentally abused, infantilized, like, or not infantilized. Like he's almost babyish still in a way that he shouldn't be. And I don't know, man. He didn't have a strong enough fucking family to keep him from humiliating himself every day on the internet. He didn't have anybody there to watch out for him for that. His house is a fucking total pigsty. So his family, his parents are just hoarders, you know, just shit stacked from the floor to the ceiling in every goddamn corner of their house. I don't know, man. Just not a it's not a situation that I feel comfortable like chuckling at, and certainly not like taking part in. Like fuck that. Paso. Especially after he and his dad wanted to get rid of all the stuff they had. I mean, I don't know. I hope he turns out okay after his mom dies, dude. I mean, there's no, I'm gotta assume that his mom's whatever his mom's assistance is that she gets, the government assistance that she gets, or the retirement or whatever it is that she's whatever stipend she's living on. I've got a feeling that when that dries up, Chris Chan is fucked. He's the type of person that ends up like homeless and shit. He's not gonna be able to take care of himself. I've seen enough. Like I've seen videos of his mom all old begging for money and shit. It's just awful. It's like at what point have like is are people happy? Like at what point have you extracted the lulls from this situation, and at what point does it become just like kind of sad? For me, it was like years ago, but still a dedicated group of people out there that just like want to keep kicking this fucking person while he's down. That's just fucked up. I don't know. Anyway, like you know, I feel like I've talked about this before, but like let this be a standing fucking declaration. We won't be covering Chris Chan on DFF or any other goddamn thing other than to talk about how fucked up the people fucking with him are. Like, I might talk about that here, but don't, you know, don't shoot it to me as a topic. Don't suggest it. You want to go fuck with Chris Chan, go do it on your own time. Go do it on your own time. Chris needed Chris seeded his own destruction. No reason to discuss him anymore. Let him be him. Yeah, see, I don't believe that. After watching the documentary and kind of seeing how the harassment campaign against him unfolded, I don't think he seeded anything. I think there are plenty of people out there that make silly videos on the internet that don't deserve to be harassed for 10 years straight until they're fucking completely out of their minds. That's just me, though. Yeah. Why don't you point that hate at somebody that can fucking, like, actually respond to it? Somebody that isn't suggestible. Like Brett Keane, yeah. Point it right there. Somebody that got no excuse. You know, Night Trap is getting a Nintendo Switch release. That's funny, dude. I actually found, we'll be doing a Cynics versus Cinema tonight, and I was looking for content for the show, for the 24-hour show, yesterday, and I found somebody has taken Night Trap, all the little vignettes from the original Sega CD Night Trap, and cut them together in order so that it's just the movie. Because basically, that's what a lot of these full motion video games were. They were a movie that had different points in it that if you didn't complete the action, then you died and had to go back to the beginning. But it was basically just a movie with some bad endings that could be thrown in there. So somebody's taken Night Trap all the way from the start and cut together all of it and made a movie out of it. And it actually watches kind of like a movie. I was thinking about pulling it, but I thought, yeah, since it's a Sega game, it's probably protected on some level. But it's kind of fun. It's kind of fun to watch it that way. Yeah, no, we're in Central, so it's always been 12 Central. The shows are all up. I saw TJ made I think 4 shows, so that'll be the split. They're all up. Like all of the show announcements are up and timed and everything, so you can see the start time if you go to the part 1. 24-hour show part 1 should be right there. Yeah, show starts in about an hour. Be there or be square. Hopefully YouTube is a little better about sending out notifications today than it has been for me. It looks like finally notifications went out. I've got my audience here. Welcome, guys. Hi. 3 times. Sorry about that. 3 times. 1, 2, 3 times. It took me starting this stream to get you guys all in here. Tres. Don't worry, Paul. YouTube will disappoint like it always does. I'm sure it will. But we've got a show for you guys, man. All of us worked really, really hard on this. The last 3 or 4 days of our lives have been dedicated to pretty much nothing but this show. And I think it's going to be pretty kick-ass. It's going to take a lot of constitution. We're going to have to marshal our energy. I've got a whole plan to get through this shit. Like, this cup of coffee here. It's the only cup of coffee I'm going to have. Until we are 6 to 4 hours away from being done. When we are 20 hours or 18 hours into this fucking thing, that's when I'm gonna go grab a Red Bull or go make another fucking pot of coffee and just drink the whole damn thing. Like, at that point, we're gonna start loading the caffeine. But here's the thing: we're trying to manage the caffeine crash, right? You have 1 cup of coffee, at least somebody like me that's, I'm not all that sensitive to caffeine. I worked at a Starbucks for 8 years, so got a pretty high tolerance for it. 1 cup of coffee in the morning is enough to give me a little pep, a little kickstart, but I'm not going to crash off of a cup of coffee. Now, if I drank a whole pot of coffee this morning, I'd crash at about noon today and we'd be fucked. But 1 nice cup of Joe in the morning, and then just kind of keep myself off the caffeine for as long as I can, man. If I can make it 18 hours and I feel like I can't go without a little caffeine, then I'll go grab a fucking Red Bull or some shit at that point, at 18 hours in. But that's the earliest that I plan on going and getting caffeine. I might supplement with another cup, maybe halfway through or something, like at the 12-hour mark, I'll get another cup of coffee. But that's it, a cup of coffee. That's it. Not like a pot of coffee, not a giant Red Bull or 2 or 3. I don't take Adderall. Did Thanos do anything wrong? No. No, he did a good thing. He got rid of T'Challa. He got rid of some of the uninteresting characters. I mean, he killed some interesting ones too, but I mean, you got to break a few eggs to make an omelet, you know. Already streaming, save your powers, dude. God damn, man. Like, my ability to stream is not like a battery. It's a vocal warm-up and a mental warm-up stream. It's to get me in the mood. I'll be right back. Ooh. It's hard to get by just upon a smile. Boom, 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 boom. Ooh, baby, baby, it's a wild world. Do 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 do. And I'll always remember you like a child girl. La 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 la. La 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 la. Baby, I love you too. And if you're gonna leave, take good care. T'Challa. Scotty's stocked up on Mountain Dew, yeah. We got like a whole wall stacked with nothing but fresh Mountain Dews for him, so he should be good. Doing the dew. Hope you're having a great morning, Paul. 1 hour till go time. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, I'm ready. I'm pretty stoked. Like I said, I'm proud of the show for sure. At least proud of what we've pulled for the show and the show that we've planned for you guys. You know, we've got a cornucopia of content for you. Full 24-hour show. It's split into 4 different streams, and we'll be taking a little break between each stream, but that time will be compensated for. So if we take a 20-minute break between stream 1 and stream 2, then stream 2 will be 20 minutes longer. Is there a lot more Cinema for Cynics content on the Patreon? I mean, there's a lot more Cynics versus Cinema there, for sure. We appreciate your dedication. Well, thank you. I hope the show is fun. An opinion on how to deal with overbearing parents nicely. Are you still a minor? That answer is different. If you're a minor, then you get one answer, and if you're not, then you get another. If you're a minor, suck it up until you're not, and if you're not a minor, tell your parents to fuck off. Like, do it nicely, you know, but have a talk with them and be like, look, I don't need this helicopter bullshit. I want you to take a step back, and if they don't, then you do. Can you tell us what you planned for later? I mean, I could tell you guys hour to hour exactly what the show's going to be, but I'm not going to do that. That's not what we do. Those of you that tune in will know. But yeah, I looked at it last night, and all the documents that we prepared for the different segments, we've got over 40 pages of content pulled. 40 like standard, you know, letter-sized pages, typed pages at 11-point font, single-spaced. So you guys got a lot of shit coming at you. And a lot of eclectic, different kind of shit, too. What kind of mod is this? It's a little fucked up now. I kind of feel bad, but I'm really hard on the paint job on these mods. But yeah, this is a Voopoo drag. Darg! It's not patrons only. Yep. You guys have the patrons to thank. So all of you who are not patrons, or you know, who just don't have the expendable income, or are on the fence, or haven't decided if you want to support it yet, this 24-hour show was brought to you by the patrons. This was a Patreon goal for 4,000 patrons, which we met last month. So yeah. Or is it it's 3,000 patrons, whatever it is. But we met it last month. So, yep. 'Tis the patrons that have brought you this bountiful harvest. A feast that lasts a full day. Think about it. One full rotation of the globe from there to there, and then all the way around again. One full rotation of the earth. One bountiful feast. How? How could you not thank them? How could you not become one of them? Aren't you going to get tired? Of course. 50 minutes from 0 hour, yeah. So here's my worry. It's 50 minutes from 0 hour. I still have yet to see TJ or Scotty. Dun, dun, dun. No, that's fine. They'll be here. I heard TJ getting up. Scotty's on his way. have a spot to eat. Yeah, I'm not really going to eat anything. I loaded up yesterday. I ate a lot last night because I knew I wasn't going to have a chance to eat a bunch today, so I should be fine. I'm not planning on eating much. Maybe during the breaks I'll grab a snack or something, but too much eating is going to make you tired too. You don't want to, like, you know, get hungry at like hour 16 and pig out, because then you're fucked, you know. Have a cheese stick here and there. Just kind of keep your stomach with something on it. You'd be fine. What do you have to do for an Austin meetup? Suck my dick. No, I don't know. I'd love to do an Austin meetup, actually. Oh, yeah, some Cheetos. Yeah, good idea. The energy food of Cheetos. It's the longest amount of time you've went without sleeping. I mean, it's somewhere in excess of 48 hours, but not much in excess of that. I mean, 48 hours, maybe 72 hours at the max, and probably not much longer than 48 hours, though. Like, I know for a fact I've been up for 2 days. Probably a little longer. Oh, yeah, dude, we're totally going to get drunk on this show. That's a great idea. I mean, I've been up for more than I've been up for 48 hours a couple of times. Like one time I remember staying up that long was for like a road trip to a festival. I went with a couple of friends to this big Renaissance fair, and like it was just like a 24-hour fucking shindig there. It was up probably 12 hours by the time we got on the road, and I just didn't sleep until we got back into town the next day, or the day after the next day, which, you know, I don't know, I was up for at least 48 hours on that trip. A lot of these were in my 20s. I mean, the most recent time I was up for 48 hours was when I was living in Texas and had a bit of a run-in with Klonopin. Had a little dance with Klonopin that kept me up about 48 straight hours, so. Gotta keep this water flowing. That's another key. Hydration. One of the things that happens, especially when you're performing for like a lot, like here's what happened to me on the 24-hour show. By the end of it, I was super dehydrated. Super dehydrated. Like I went home and just like drank a ton of water, had a huge headache by the end of it. That's not gonna happen to me this time. Gonna have a nice fucking glass of water next to me the whole time. Some bottled waters to refill it. Isn't that the opposite effect of Klonopin? I mean, if you've never taken high dose Klonopin, I don't know that I can explain it to you. But no. Like if you take a bigger dose of Klonopin than you're supposed to, the effect is definitely not a sleepiness. A dreamlike, constantly energy-driven disconnection is more like it. If you take tranquilizers or opiates and then go without, that can cause insomnia as well. Yeah, that's probably right. Well, anyway, I'm going to go ahead and end this because it's pretty close to starting time. Thank you guys for chilling, and I'll see you guys soon on the 24-hour show. Yeah, bye.